My dear students, in last class in queuing theory in module 4, model 1 we have studied and we have solved some of the problems also. In that, some of the observations what you did is mean arrival rate and mean service rate have to be calculated with a lot of care since all other values depends on them totally. Although almost all queuing problems have lambda and mu as per our basis, there could be a cases where lambda and mu may have to be calculated on the basis of per minute or per day or per month basis also. You should be very much careful. Please note that while calculating waiting times, the values of the W or V would assume the same units of time as considered for lambda and mu. There is no need to explain the meaning and interpretation of the answers in the exam also. Queuing theory problems consumes very least time for solving provided the formulas are very good or well memorized. Therefore, should not ignore this chapter also. Now let us see the last topic in this queuing theory is model 2nd. As compared to model 1, slightly it is more difficult. However, very rarely the question from model 2 will be asked in the exam. But anyway, as per your syllabus, let us study about the model 2nd. In model 2nd, the main difference is, in this case, multiple server model it is. In earlier case, it is a single server model. It works similar to the single server model, except that you have a separate list of formulae for all parameters. Please note that steady state condition is assumed here also. The symbols and parameters used in single server model continued to be the same here also, but the formulae to find these measures are big and complicated. Now, the notation for multiple server model is M bar K, where M is the exponential distribution of inter-arrival time of customers. Although their arrival itself is Poisson distributed, becomes exponential distribution. Small m is the, one more m is the exponential distribution of service time. First one is a exponential distribution of arrival time, m is the service time. K is nothing but it is a multiple servers, it is always greater than 1. And infinitive is equal to queuing capacity, it is capacity of the queue is infinite. FCFS means first come, first serve as the queue discipline. You should know that. The queue length is infinite, that indicates the infinite. FCFS means first come, first serve basis. This is the model queue discipline. Now let us see if K is the number of servers, small n is the number of customers at any given time. There exist three possibilities as far as queues with multiple servers are concerned. They are n is less than k, there is no queue since there are more servers than there are customers. N is equal to k, then also there is no queue since the number of servers are equal to the customers in the system. N is greater than k, there exists a queue and we have to find the various queue measures as in the model 1, but through various formulae what you have given here. Now let us see the probability that these are exactly 0 units in the system. P0 is equal to 1 by sigma n 0 to the power of k minus 1 by n factorial lambda by mu to the power of n plus 1 by k factorial lambda by mu to the power of k into k mu divided by k mu minus lambda. Probability that there are exactly n units in the system. Pn is equal to 1 by n factorial into lambda by mu to the power of n. 1 by n factorial lambda by mu to the power of n into P naught. Average Q length LQ is equal to lambda into mu into lambda by mu to the power of k divided by k minus 1 factorial into k mu minus lambda square into P naught. It is a LQ. LQ is equal to average Q length. Average number of customers in the system L is equal to LQ plus lambda by mu. Next, average waiting time for the customer. WQ is equal to LQ by lambda. Next, sixth one, average time a customer spends in the system. W is equal to WQ plus 1 by mu. WQ plus 1 by mu. Traffic intensity or busy period is equal to rho is equal to lambda by k mu. Traffic intensity or the busy period. Now, let us solve one problem. A commercial bank has 3 cash paying assistants. Customers are found to arrive in a Poisson fashion at an average rate of 6 hours for business transaction. The service time is found to have an exponential distribution with a mean of 18 minutes. The customers are processed on first come first serve basis. Calculate average number of customers in the system, average time a customer spends in the system, average queue length, how many hours a week can a cash paying assistant spend with the customers. These are the 4 questions what they will ask. A commercial bank has 3 cash paying assistants. Cash paying assistants. Customers are found to arrive in a Poisson fashion at an average rate of 6 hours, average of 6 per hour for business transaction. The service time is found to have an exponential distribution with a mean of 18 minutes. The customers are processed on first come first service basis. Calculate average number of customers in the system. Average time a customer spends in the system. Average queue length. How many hours in a week can a cash paying assistant spends with the customers? Now let us see, commercial bank has 3 cash paying assistants, means multiple servers are there. K is equal to 3. And arrive in a Poisson fashion at an average rate of, what is the average inter-arrival rate? 6 per hour. Lambda is equal to 6 per hour. Now calculate mu. You have to calculate the mu. The service time is found to have an exponential distribution with a mean of 18 minutes. With a mean of 18 minutes. 1 by 18 into 60. 1 by 18 hours means, minutes means 1 by 18 exponential distribution with a mean of 18 minutes. 1 by 18 into 60. 3.33 hours. 18 minutes. You have to convert it into minutes into hours. 1 by 18 into 60 is equal to 3.33 hours. Lambda you know, mu also you know. Now let us calculate the average number of customers in the system. Calculate average number of customers. P naught is equal to 1 by sigma n is equal to 0, k minus 1, 1 by n factorial lambda u to the power of n plus 1 by k factorial by mu k mu minus lambda. Now you have to calculate this P naught. Probability that there are exactly 0 in the system. Average number of customers in the system. P naught you have to calculate. Yes, P naught is equal to P naught is equal to 1 by sigma n is equal to 0, k minus 1, k is equal to 3 minus 1, totally 3 minus 1 means 2 factorial. That is what you are doing. 1 by 0 factorial, 1 by 1 factorial, 1 by 2 factorial lambda u to the power of n plus 1 by k 3 into lambda by mu to the power of k 1 by 3 factorial. Okay, n minus 1, 3 minus 1 is 2 factorial. Totally 1 by 2 factorial, 1 by 1 factorial, 1 by 0, 1 by 1, 1 by 2 factorial. The first term is over. Next term you see 1 by k factorial, 1 by 3 factorial into lambda by mu 6 by 3.33 to the power of k. K is equal to 3. K mu 3 into mu divided by 3 into 3.33 minus 6 is equal to 0.145. 0.145. That is the P naught value. LQ is equal to lambda mu into lambda by mu to the power of k. Lambda by mu the power of k divided by k minus 1 factorial into k mu minus lambda whole square into P naught. LQ is equal to, we can calculate second question answer. The first one, average number of customers in the system, what you calculate length of this one, average time you spent. First one is the average number of customers in the system, 0.145. Next one is LQ is equal to then the 0.532 average time a customer spends in the system, 0.532 hours. Next is average queue length, L is equal to LQ plus lambda by mu, 2.3 LQ plus lambda by mu is equal to L, 2.334. Average time a customer spends in the system. Average queue length is equal to 0.532. Average time a customer spends in the system. W is equal to WQ plus 1 by mu LQ by lambda plus 1 by mu is 0.388 average time a customer spends in the system. Average time a customer spends this. Average queue length is equal to LQ 0.532. That is what we calculated earlier. Okay. Now, assuming 5 days in a week and 8 hours per day, number of hours in the week, cash paying assistant spends with the customer. ROI into 5 into 8. 5 into 8. ROI is equal to lambda by K mu busy period. That is what you calculated the equation. The busy period. Okay, the busy period is equal to traffic intensity. Busy period is O is equal to lambda by K mu. Lambda by K mu into 5 days and 8 hours. 5 into 8, 40 hours. Lambda by Q, 24.02 hours. This average the customer spends with the systems. Next question is, a telephone exchange has two long distant operators. The telephone company finds that during the passion at an average rate of 15 per hour, the length mean of 5 minutes. What is the probability that a subscriber will have to wait for his long distant dials on the peak hour of the day? What is the average waiting time for the customers? Now let us see. A telephone exchange has how many operators? 2. Telephone company finds that during a passion at average rate of 15 per hour, lambda is equal to 15 per hour, length of the mean of 5 minutes, mean is equal to mu, it is a service rate, mu is equal to 1 by 5 into 60, 12 per hour, 1 by 5 into 60, 12 per hour. Now you know the two values. What is the probability that a subscriber will have to wait for his long distance dials on the peak hour of the day? This is P naught. How many? 2. This is 1 by 0 and 1 by 1 factorial. 2 factorial is enough. K to the power of minus sigma n is equal to 1. K minus 1. K minus 1 is equal to 1 by 2 minus 1. 1 factorial. 1 by 1 factorial. Plus 1 by 2 factorial. That same formula use. Lambda v to the power of n into K, the formula, whatever you use, earlier formulas, whatever used in this, same formula you have to use. K to the power of lambda by mu to the power of K, K mu divided by K mu minus lambda. That same formula you have to use here. Calculate, probability is equal to 0.230. Probability that a subscriber will have to wait for his long distance call is, probability is equal to 1 minus P naught minus P naught. 1 by n factorial, 1 by 1 factorial, lambda u to the power of n, 15 by 12 to the power of n into 0.230 into 0.230. This is equal to P1, 0.2875. 0.2875, 1 minus 0.230 minus 0.2875 is the answer. 1 minus P naught minus P1. Like that you have to calculate. P naught is equal to 1 by n factorial lambda u to the power of n into P naught. This is the P1. Okay, P naught is equal to that one. P1 is equal to this one. That P1 is equal to 0.230 already we calculated minus 0.2875. That is 0.48. Probably that a subscriber will have to wait for his long distance call is 0.48. Average waiting time for the customer. Average waiting time for the customer. WQ is equal to LQ by lambda. LQ is equal to lambda mu into lambda by mu to the power of K divided by lambda into K minus 1 factorial into K mu minus lambda whole square into P naught. Lambda is equal to 12 to the power of 15 by 12 into 2 into 0.23 divided by factorial 24 minus 15 to the power square 0.053 hours. That is the WQ, LQ by lambda. Average waiting time for a customer. An insurance company has 3 clerks in its branch office. People arrive with the claims against the company are found to arrive in a poison passion at an average of 20 per 80 hours of a day, 8 hours. The amount of the time that a clerk spends with the client is found to have exponential distribution with a mean time of 40 minutes. The clients are processed in the order of their appearance. First, how many hours a week can a clerk expect to spend with the clerks? How much time on average does a client spends in the branch office? These are all the things you should know. Insurance company has how many clerks? K is equal to 3. Lambda is equal to 20 by 8. 2.5 per hour. Mu is equal to 1 by 40 into 60. 1.5 per hour. P naught is equal to 1 by n is equal to 0 to the power of k minus 1, 1 by n factorial, lambda by mu to the power of n, plus 1 by k factorial, lambda by mu to the power of k mu into k mu minus lambda. Totally, after substitution, you know that P naught is equal to 0.173. K is equal to 3, 20 by 2.5 per hour. Mu is equal to 1.5 per hour. Now, P naught is equal to this P naught 1.173. The number of hours in a week a clerk expected to spend with the client, raw into 5 into 8, assuming 5 days in a week and 8 hours per day. Rho is equal to traffic intensity or busy period, lambda mu to the mu into lambda by mu k. 2.5 divided by 1.5 into k into 5.8, 22.22 hours. Average time a clerk spends in the branch office. W is equal to WQ plus 1 by mu. WQ is equal to LQ by lambda plus 1 by mu. LQ by lambda is equal to lambda mu into lambda by mu to the power of k into P naught divided by k minus 1 factorial into k mu minus lambda whole square divided by lambda plus 1 by mu. These are the how much time they will spend, average time a clerk spends in the branch office. Now, let us substitute all the values. Now, we will get a value of 0.816 hours. 0.816 hours. We got it from this. A bank has a two tellers working on the saving accounts. First tellers handle withdrawal only. Second teller handles deposits only. It has been found that the service time distribution for depositor and withdrawals both are exponential distribution with the mean service time and of 3 minutes per customer. Depositors are found to arrive in a poison passion with the arrival rate of 116 per hour, and withdrawals also drive in a poison with a mean rate of 14 per hour. What would be the effect on the average waiting time for the depositors and withdrawals if each teller would handle both withdrawals and deposits? What would be the effect of the time would only be accomplished by increasing the service time to 3.5 minutes. Waiting time in the or distribution day in the queue for the deposits. WQ LQ divided by lambda square lambda mu to the power minus lambda 0.2 hours. Waiting time in the queue for the depositors. Now the question is, what would be the effect on the average waiting time for the depositors withdrawals would handle both withdrawals and deposits? What would be the effect if the time would only be accomplished by the increasing the service time to 3.5 minutes? Waiting time in the queue for the withdrawals, the depositors, it is like this, and for the withdrawals. Change is LQ by lambda. LQ by lambda is equal to lambda mu minus lambda 14 by 20 minus 14. It is waiting time. Lambda is equal to 14. Here lambda is equal to 16. 14 and 16. That you have to see that. Consider it as a multiple server model. Therefore, K is equal to 2. Lambda is equal to lambda W plus lambda P, 30 per hour. Now, lambda P naught is equal to mu 24 hour. P naught is equal to 0.143. 1 by 0 factorial, 1 by 1 factorial, 1 by 2 factorial into 2 into 20 divided by 2 into 20 minus 30. Waiting time in the queue. WQ is equal to LQ by lambda. LQ by lambda 20 into 30 by 20 to the power of K into 0.143. And K is equal to 2, therefore lambda K minus 1 factorial, therefore 2 minus 1 is equal to 1 factorial, and 2 into 20 minus 30 whole square, lambda is equal to, already calculated, lambda is equal to 1. Okay, 30 per hour. Lambda is equal to 30 per hour. Waiting time in the queue, omega q. 0.064 hours in the waiting time in the queue. If the service time is increased from 3 to 3.5 minutes, service time if it is increased, then P naught is equal to 0.065. WQ is equal to 0.192 hours. 0.192. Omega WQ is equal to 0.192 hours. It is a waiting time in the queue. 0.065 17.14 into 30 divided by 17.14 to the square 0.065, or divided by 1 factorial into 2 into 17.14 minus 30 square is equal to omega cube 0.0192 hours. By increasing the service time from 3 to 3.5 minutes, waiting time in the queue for depositors is decreased from 0.2 to 0.19 hours. But in case of withdrawals, the waiting time in the queue increased from 0.116 to 0.19 hours. That is the difference. By increasing the service time from 3 to 3.5 minutes, waiting time in the queue for the depositor is decreased 0.2 to 0.19. Same time for withdrawals, the waiting time in the queue increased from 0.116 hours to the 0.12 hours. The two times we can see here 0.192 hours is there, 0.064 hours are there. That is what waiting time in the queue. We can calculate like this. And also they have calculated this in the first system 0.2 hours and 0.116 hours. That is why they increasing the time, service time from 3 to 3.1, the waiting time in the queue for the depository is decreased from 0.2 to 0.19 hours. But in case of withdrawals, the waiting time in the queue increased from 0.116 hours to 0.19 hours. Thank you. This completes the model 2 in case of queuing theory. This completes the module 4. The first part in the module 4 deals with the PERT and CPM problems. Second part is the queuing theory. In the queuing theory, two models are there. One is model 1 with a single server. Model 2, what you have discussed now, is a multiple server. Okay, here you have to once again memorize all the formulas, whatever you have given, you have to memorize it, and you have to substitution. Lambda and mu calculation should be, service rate and interval rate should be perfect, because all the formulas will be based on the lambda and mu. And whatever the lambda and mu times taken, hours basis, monthly basis, day basis, whatever, the same thing you continue to take some other points also. This completes all the 4th module. Okay. Thank you. Good luck.